Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon and The Wizard of Oz both have a certain beauty that simply happens to be there. The story of Pink Floyd and The Wizard of Oz is probably one of the most weirdly true urban legends in the history of music. There are numerous urban legends in the music industry, due to the fact that the music from Dark Side of the Moon precisely synchronizes with the picture. The association between the two is merely coincidental, yet it appears to be too good to be true. In a stroke of good luck, Pink Floyd composed a score for the movie 34 years after it was initially released. Yes, you read that correctly. There are undoubtedly those individuals who are under the impression that this is part of a wider plot involving a manipulator of popular culture. Even if that is an epic tale, this one is not that. In contrast, Roger Waters, David Gilmour, and other members of the band have all disputed that they had any intention of synchronizing the music with the movie itself. To tell you the truth, this makes things even better because it appears that there may have been some kind of strange fault in the simulation. You should still not put on your tinfoil hats about this. Regardless of the circumstances or the hypothesis, the combination is as unanticipated as ice cream and French fries, and it is certain to blow your mind. Moments of connection. It is necessary to mute the audio of the film and then start both the Pink Floyd album and the film at the same time in order to identify the connections between the two. Specifically, this refers to the soundtrack that Dark Side of the Moon provides for The Wizard of Oz, which comes out to be absolutely flawless. For example, when Great Gig in the Sky plays over the tornado scene, and when there is a lyrical overlap between Time and Dorothy's tremendous escape from home, these are two of the more famous moments that encapsulate this amazing coincidence. With regard to the first illustration, the way in which the song and the scenario are paired together is simply so flawless that it is difficult to imagine that it was not accomplished on purpose. Both the regressing tempos and the energetic climaxes that occur between the pieces occur at precisely the moments that one would intuitively anticipate them to occur. There are no words that can adequately describe how perfectly the two complement each other. Try watching the video down below if you don't trust us. When Dorothy is running away from home, the lyrics, "No one told you when to run," are sung. This is the second example that demonstrates the bizarre correlation between the two events at hand. Exceptionally magnificent and incomprehensible in its grandeur. Again, words are not adequate to describe it. Another instance that you should keep an eye out for is the moment when Dorothy meets the Wicked Witch of the West, with Floyd's rendition of Us and Them playing in the background. Pink Floyd insists there is no connection. Every single member of Pink Floyd has publicly stated that they do not believe there is any intentional connection between the movie and their record. Actually, when Roger Waters appeared on the Joe Rogan Experience, he informed Rogan that everything was bullshit and that it has nothing to do with us. Rogan was surprised by this statement. It was David Gilmour who brought up the same concept. He was quoted as saying, "Some guy with too much time on his hands had this idea of combining Wizard of Oz with Dark Side of the Moon." As reported by Yahoo Entertainment, the watching and listening experience is still wonderful, despite the fact that there is no intentional connection between the two. Therefore, if you are seeking for a different kind of entertainment, we strongly recommend that you give this a shot. It would be a dream come true to have Pink Floyd and The Wizard of Oz together.